12, junior, Number 20, junior, Jason Janey. Number 30, junior, Nathan Doodle. And number 24, junior, Aaron Bliss. And the head coach for the second season, Clark Woods.
Hello and welcome to Dale Penn Gym as we tip off of Ponderosa versus your Lincoln High School varsity basketball team as Overbay marches up the court. And the first shot is off and good. Jake Overbay with a pull-up three to give your Lincoln Zebras a 3-point lead to start the game. As Cheney for Ponderosa dishes it out to his man, Nick Von Zildre, who finishes. Gonna put that score at 3-2 as Chase Ferguson takes the ball up the court. And a backdoor cut by Alarcon is blocked at the rim by the big man for Ponderosa. That's gonna be number 34, Aaron Bliss, standing at a monster 6'9". A little bit of technical difficulties there. Anything on that one? Sorry about that, little technical difficulties there. As Ferguson hits Zach Leach, who finishes the easy transition bucket for the Zebras. This game is off to a fast pace so far. Lots of transition buckets. As Ferguson gets the steal and 20's gonna foul him in transition, stopping what would have been most likely an easy bucket with the numbers he had there. That's a good foul by number 20 for Ponderosa. That's Cheney again. Looks like we're going to be hearing his name a lot tonight. A big piece of this Ponderosa offense. As Alarcon passes up the open three for a mid-range. That is not going to fall there. Ponderosa not looking to slow things down at all. Tudor gets it out to the three. And that mid-range shot is good by Myers Peters. Lincoln down 3 so far. Alarcon passes up, was a pretty open 3 there, and Overbay does not hit the corner shot there. And the transition bucket is missed, but Overbay fouled him. That's going to be 2 at the line right there for Mr. Nathan Tudor. Tough hit right there. Let's hope he's okay as he comes up. The Zebras, who are sitting at 4-2 so far on the season, have had some tough losses so far. While Ponderosa, only having played 2 games, they've been able to come through and win both of them so far. Against rival Oakmont, which was a close one that they pulled out by 4. And they blew out Rio Linda just a few nights ago. This looks to be a good one. 2 of the top teams in the conference. Expect to see high scoring tonight. 2 fast-paced teams with lots of depth as Noonan gets the backdoor cut there. Not backdoor, but the cut from Alarcon. He's gonna pass up on the 3. Defense collapses. And that shot by Peters is no good. Overbay finds Gilchrist in the corner, but he's going to pass that up. And right out to Benny Najomo, who's not going to hit that shot there. Cheney doesn't hit the backdoor cutter, but it looks like he keeps it in bounds. And that's the big man, Aaron Bliss, standing at 6'9", who does not get that 3 to fall. Alarcon finally pulls the deep 3. Doesn't hit that one. Lots of active ball movement right now. With that big presence on the inside for Ponderosa. Bliss, it's been tough to drive so far tonight. That's like you see right there. JT Willis, number 33, takes out Overbay, gives him a little rest right there. JT Willis was a star on the football field this season and is committed to play D2 football next season. With 3:48 on the clock. Atienza is found right there by Alarcon for a pretty easy bucket. Cheney up top, guarded by Gilchrist. Gilchrist, only a freshman, but has been outstanding this season. Lots of great young players on this Zebra team. Only 2 seniors on the squad this year, Zach Leach and Mr. Willis, as that ball is stolen with the help of Jacob Gilchrist. And Benny Najomo gets the little floater to go right there and gonna give the Zebras a 11-10 lead tonight. That ball deflected out of bounds by Alarcon. A junior, second year on this Lincoln varsity team. And Cheney is going to be fouled right there by Gilchrist. Definitely a tough call right there. Bliss in the corner, guarded by Gilchrist. And he finds Owen, who doesn't get the 3 to fall, but Lands right back in Bliss's hand as Najomo just swats that ball right there. But there's going to be another foul on Jacob Gilchrist right there. And a timeout is called by Coach Clark Woods of the Ponderosa basketball team. This game off to a hot start. Lots of transition buckets so far for both teams, and we have not seen too much of the three ball so far tonight, which we've become accustomed to. There's definitely teams trying, but hasn't been too successful as of late. Like I said, lots of transition buckets. Out on the floor, three underclassmen for the Zebras, Gilchrist, Atienza, and Najomo, who've all been big pieces of this Zebra team so far. Lots of room on that three right there by Zorbray, who makes it count as they take the lead back right there. Willis looking to find an open man. Gilchrist guarded by the taller Bliss. Could be a potential mismatch right there. As Najomo takes a little pull-up three, does not get that one, falls right into Bliss's hands. That's Cheney. With the ball back in his hands right here. Looking to create. And the mid-range jumper is no good there. As that's going to be a foul on 34 Aaron Bliss. That could be a key to the game tonight if we see the big centerpiece of this Ponderosa team get into foul trouble. More time for him off the floor means easier driving lanes and easier finishing opportunities for the Zebras. If you're the Ponderosa coach, you do not want to see him getting into foul trouble, as there's another foul right there. Cheney playing tough defense tonight. Guarding high above the arc as he swats that away into Gilchrist's hand. Gilchrist with a little mid-ranger, does not fall. That's an open three right there by Peters, but he does not get that to fall. Gilchrist having himself a night on the offensive end. Might have been a push off there. Ponderosa coaches are not happy about it. And Zorbray doesn't get the finish, but Bliss looks like he could have thrown that down if he wanted to. That big play right there, that charge picked up by Ponderosa as we see the momentum start to shift a bit in this game. As that ball is swatted away by Gilchrist there. Zorbray with the three, gets that to fall. Biggest lead of the night by either team. 7 for Ponderosa. As that ball is deflected out of bounds and it's going to be given right back to the Zebras. Gilchrist gives it right back to the inbounder Alarcon, who gets a little mid-range shot, does not get that one there. Zebras struggling to find an open shot tonight. This tough, aggressive defense as Zorbre pulls up at the buzzer but doesn't get that one to go right there. 18-11. Ponderosa leads right now at the break.
No, the only sport that played was cross country. Yeah, so we did like a basketball thing.
So which, I turned one down. Tell me which one is
This one is for the headphones.
Yeah, that's
So if
what
you
I
turn that one down, it'll sound lower in this
So
headphone.
which one is
I have no idea. Place it down. Which one is
Who was it?
Zach.
Oh,
Zach was one of the first kids I had.
yeah.
This is not going to turn it down the right way.
Zach. I'm going out. My acre. Case, Overbay, and then like 3-on-5. 5-3.
Yeah, so,
Down below, right?
Yeah. Number one, we had Craig's team up by 15. This kid hit 9 threes in the second half.
I have no idea. I didn't set it up.
Maybe we'll do it.
On the floor. On the floor for the Zebras. Yeah. Overbay looking to find the open man, guarded by the big man Bliss. And a little bit of a mismatch, but the ball is stripped from Noonan right there down in the post. And there's going to be another foul call right there. That's going to be Overbay's second of the night right there. Definitely a guy you do not want to see rack up the fouls on the stat sheet. As Tudor passes up the three and Fear gets the rebound. Overbay looking for something. Maybe a little transition three as he gets the pull up. That's not going to fall. And that's going right back to Pondo right there. This has been all Pondo as of late. The Zebras got to look to get some shooting going tonight. Ferguson guarding Zobre. As that three by Patterson is not going to fall, but the ball lands in the big man's hand again. A huge part of this offense. And the mid-ranger does not go there. Ferguson looking to slow things down here. And foul called there on Patterson, number 35 for Ponderosa. Najomo has got the ball right there, looking for a backdoor cut as he gets it out to Ferguson. Overbay with a deep three. That's a big one right there. Exactly what the Zebras need to get right back into this game. Cut the lead to 4. As Bliss, who we haven't seen put up too many shots today, has been fantastic in the paint as Zorbre gets the and one right there. That foul is going to be on the Jomo as we see him and Fear leave the floor for Gilchrist and Alarcon. As he doesn't get the and one attempt. Overbay looking for a transition bucket there, and that finish is beautiful. And he's gonna get the and one try right there. Overbay, who's been fantastic all season. Been a huge part of this Zebra varsity program since his entrance as a freshman. Finally, fully taking the reins here, as he doesn't get the rebound, but the finish, sorry about that. And the ball finds itself right back in his hands. Gilchrist dishing it everywhere tonight. Ferguson, let's see what he's got going here. The mid-ranger by Overbay is not gonna fall, as Cheney hits Zorbre in the corner for the three, and that is gonna be good right there. Zorbre has been huge tonight from behind the arc. 9 points out of Pondo's 23. Just as the momentum seems to maybe have shifted a bit there for the Zebras, Pondo just pulls it away right there. As we see Overbay leave the floor again. Could be a rest break, or Ash might just be concerned about foul trouble. But either way, we have Ferguson taking the ball up. Zebras have not been working it inside the paint too much, as Gilchrist lands the deep three right there. And Zorbe doesn't take the open three. And that cross-course pass is going to be completed. But there's going to be a foul right there on that jumper. Nathan Tudor to the line. He's down on the court. Let's hope he is all right. He came down hard there. As Tudor heads to the line, looking to stretch this lead to 6 for Pondo. Both teams up there in fouls tonight, with the Zebras, who have 6, Pondo sitting at 5. As he knocks down both right there. Zebras really need to look to get something going right now, as Pondo moves into a trap, and that's going to be stolen. As Tudor passes up the 3, doesn't get the mid-ranger. Alarcon pulls it down. Willis with the mid-range shot right there, doesn't get that to fall. Both teams have not been shooting the ball too well tonight, with the exception being Mr. Zorbe for Ponderosa, who's got 9 from behind the arc. As the ball's right back in his hands again, and when he's got the ball in the corner, you almost always know the result. Nick Von Borre, 12 on the night for Ponderosa. He has been phenomenal. You got to give some credit to Aaron Bliss, the number 34 for Ponderosa. You gotta just assume that those open three-point attempts aren't gonna be there without the Zebra defenders crashing in and acknowledging the post presence of the big guy down there. He's been great on the glass tonight, and Pondo clearly works their offense through him. Ferguson hoping to get something going here as Pondo sticks in that trap, applying pressure to the Zebras. We've seen the Zebras struggle with traps so far this year, as there's going to be a foul right there on Pondo.
Throwing foul. That'll be a 16 foul.
Going to send Najomo to the line.
Cougars first. Jones to the line for 2.
As Najomo knocks down both. And Cheney finds himself wide open for the three, but that doesn't fall. Najomo with the rebound. Gilchrist with a deep three. That's not going to go. Interesting to see Pondo move out of that trap defense just 2 possessions later. And Nick Von Bore has been able to do it all tonight for Ponderosa. Not just a spot-up shooter. That's going to be his 14th. Leach looking to find the open three. Najomo on the drive, and the floater is good. Big shot right there for the Zebras. Bliss, who we've yet to see leave the floor tonight, as that shot's airball big time. Gilchrist doesn't get the transition bucket, but Leach gets the putback for the Zebras right there, cutting the lead to 5. As that pass inside just had a little too much on it for Bliss to snag right there. Nick Von Bore, who's been great all year, averaging 16.5 so far. It's been great tonight and throughout the year as that ball is turned over by Ferguson. And the transition bucket is going to fall right there. Gilchrist, who's been the best player for the Zebras tonight. Zebras can't get anything going right now on the offensive side of the ball. And that 3 by Fear is no good there. But that ball is going to stay with the Zebras, as Bliss could not handle the rebound there. As Gilchrist's Gonna go to the line. Shooting 2 as we finally see Overbay back on the floor. Hoping to get things going for the Zebras here. As Dylan Fear grabs that big rebound there, and he's gonna go to the line. Shooting 2. As he gets the first one to fall there, cutting the lead to 6. Zebras have not been able to regain the lead since Pondo took it back at the end of the first. And that's not going to help the cause there, but that rebound by Noonan is big as Overbay gets the 3 to fall, cutting the lead to 3. Overbay's impact on the floor cannot be understated. As Bliss found inside, and that's just too easy as he throws that down right there. He's been a mismatch problem for the Zebras all tonight, but honestly, I think they've handled him pretty well. Has not done too much on the scoring side of the ball. But you have to recognize his presence, which is what gives these players the ability to find these open threes that we've seen Pondo hit all night. Overbay looking for more behind the arc here. The mid-ranger doesn't fall. Ferguson doesn't hit that either with the shot clock winding down. The Zebras down 5. Pondo with 6 seconds left on the clock. Looking to get a quick bucket here to add to that lead. As the step back 3 is no good there. As Ponderosa is gonna head into the half with 34 and your Lincoln Zebras 29. It's been a bit rough on the offensive end so far for the Zebras. Hoping they can pick it up as this game progresses. Nick Von Bore has been the star of the show tonight for Ponderosa with 14, 9 of those coming behind the arc. And we'll see you back here in 9 minutes for the start of this second half.
He's sounding better now? Or is he having trouble hearing himself? Or?
No, we turned up the headphones.
Oh, see, somebody put this on audio.
Over is not the way you want to start the half if you're Ponderosa. Zebras looking to get something going behind the arc tonight. Ferguson passes up that open attempt as Overbay gets that swiped right there, and the big man Bliss in transition throws it down. His second slam of the night. He's been huge for Ponderosa, even if the offensive stat sheet may not show it. As Jacob Gilchrist, who's been just as big for the Zebras, lands that three, his second of the night. Ponderosa's offense leans heavy on number 12, Van Bore, and of course the big man inside, Aaron Bliss. And that finish is not going to land there, and the rebound's pulled down by Gilchrist. Only a freshman, but he's been huge so far for the Zebras, as that Ferguson three is no good. And Bliss just pulls that rebound down over Atienza. What can you even do there at that point? Cheney looking to get things going for Ponderosa. Hasn't had a big night so far, as that three doesn't land. And that jump ball is going to give the ball to the Zebras. Caden Noonan is going to match up against the big man inside. Let's see if he can be the key to shutting them down tonight, as that's going to be the first foul of the half on Ponderosa. Ferguson finds, Alarcon's little jumper right there is just swatted out of bounds by Bliss. Seemed like that was wide open right there, but when you got a man standing at 6'9" inside the paint, it's a lot tougher than it looks. As that inbound pass is stolen by Cheney, who gets the transition layup to go right there, stretching the lead to 6. Zebras yet to take the lead since the first quarter. They've been hanging around, but they've not been able to cut it very close since. As Overbay gets that stolen by Cheney, who's been great on the defensive side of the ball. And that ball is going to go back to the Zebras. Like I said, Cheney with 3+ steals on the night. He may not be hucking those deep threes like Nick Van Bore or slamming down dunks like Aaron Bliss, but his defensive impact should not be understated. He's locked up Jake Overbay for the most part, as that ball is hit out of bounds by guess who? Kason Cheney. Alarcon has not found his rhythm too much tonight, as Gilchrist with the smooth step back lands that shot right there. So much separation created right there. Gave himself a wide open jumper. As that ball is pulled down, big offensive rebound there by Pondo. As Cheney's little floater right there falls. He's matching up with Overbay. Full court, as that is swatted there by Bliss. Third block of the quarter. We've really seen his paint impact felt much more in the third quarter. The Zebras were a little more timid to drive earlier in the first half, and we can see why, as 3 block shots already by Bliss. Willis might have picked up his dribble a bit early there. Najomo might have a mismatch with number 5, Owen, guarding him, as that 3 doesn't fall. Cheney off the dribble. Cross-court pass is not collected by Owen. Pondo has not had too many turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, as that right there is going to go to the Zebras. We've yet to see Van Bore stroke it from behind the arc in this half, as Willis almost might have had an open shot there. Finds Fear in the paint, and he finishes that turnaround jumper turnaround floater right there, cutting the lead to 4 for the Zebras, as Cheney throws up a brick there. Big break for the Zebras. That wide open 3 would have stretched the lead to 7 there. Fear looking for a shot. Finds ATNs in the paint, and that's going to be a charge. Definitely lowered his shoulder a bit, but great job of drawing the foul there by Peters. Zebras have lots of depth on this team. Coach Ash not afraid to get anyone in, as that cut there is found and finished by Owen for Ponderosa. Whenever it seems like the Zebras may be getting some momentum, Pondo just pulls it away from him. As ATN's as a mid-ranger there, that's not going to fall. Cheney, who's been a playmaker, with a little jumper, doesn't get that to fall, and Bliss swats that out to the open Van Bore, who misses an open 3. Not too accustomed to seeing that tonight. Willis at the top. The Zebras cannot get much going. This man defense is just giving him issues, as Fear's wide open 3 doesn't fall, but he gets it right back to him. Alarcon does not hit that either, and the Zebras can't get the second offensive rebound. There have not been too many offensive rebound opportunities for the Zebras, with Bliss in the paint. Alarcon looking for a shot. As that turnaround by Najomo gets finished right there, as the Zebras cut the lead to 4 yet again. Let's see if the Zebras can finally break the mold and take a lead here in the third with 1:26 to go. The Zebras have struggled from behind the arc tonight, while Ponderosa has been led by Van Bore, who we saw miss the jumper right there. But besides that, he's been fantastic tonight. And in this third, we're seeing even more of the power of Aaron Bliss, the center for Ponderosa, with 3 block shots in this quarter alone. He's been fantastic at just shutting down the paint. And the Zebras just have to try and get things going from behind the arc, or the mid-rangers, which We have not been able to get to fall too much tonight. If the Zebras want to take their first lead since the first, that's gotta be the difference maker. As Bliss is guarded by 34, Noonan. And Peters gonna get the offensive foul call there. Little bit questionable. But no complaints there as Pondo moves into a full court press with Bliss hanging back. Little 2-2-1. And the Zebras break it with ease as Njomo's mid-ranger doesn't fall. And those offensive rebounds have just been very little to come by for the Zebras. Bliss has been shutting things down tonight on the offensive end as he airballs that right there. But Pondo's going to be sent to the line. Zebras with only 2 fouls in this half. That could be big as the game winds down and if it comes down to free throws. As that first free throw falls there. Patterson doesn't get that one there. Overbay looking to get things going for the Zebras. We have not seen him dominating the court as we're so used to tonight. As Fear steals that, and he's gonna draw the foul there. As we see Nick Van Bore back on the floor for Pondo. Let's see if he can get that three-pointer going. As Overbay wanted that 3 there, but the step back from the corner is good, and that is just crisp. That's great defense, but better offense. There's nothing you can do there if you're Nathan Tudor. As the mid-range doesn't fall there, and Fear pulls down the rebound. Overbay to beat the buzzer. That would have been for the Zebras' first lead since the first. Zebras cutting the lead to 2, the smallest since the end of the first. With only 1 quarter to play, and Pondo up 2. Let's see what Coach Ash has in store to finally get things churning on the offensive end for the Zebras. Pondo has not been too sharp on the offensive end of the ball either in this quarter. They've leaned pretty heavily on the 3, but the transition buckets and the paint, little turnaround floaters and layups have been what's been keeping them ahead in this third. Definitely excited to see what's in store as this game comes down to the wire. On the floor for the Zebras, you got number 20, Dylan Fear, a sophomore who's been great tonight around the rim, pulling down rebounds. Number 34, Caden Noonan, matching up on Aaron Bliss. He's had a big task tonight as Cheney takes the ball in. Pondo does not have too big of a team outside of Bliss as Noonan steals the pass inside.
Everyone else had a choice.
A 3 here could give the Zebras their first lead. Gilchrist up top. Lots of movement around the hoop, but it's hard to find these backdoor cutters as Noonan hits Najomo with a dirty spin move, and he draws the foul, and he's going to be headed to the line for 2, as that foul is going to be on Nick Van Bore. Najomo is pretty stellar from the line for a big guy. He has not been taking over the floor tonight as we've seen in past games, but his presence has definitely been felt. It's got to be a lot tougher with Aaron Bliss in the paint, taking away half of your game. As the Zebras tie it there at 43. The closest this game has been since the first, as Patterson airballs that shot there, and the rebound is pulled down by Fear, and a risky transition pass is going to give the ball right back to Pondo to see if they can take control of this game back. As Van Bore doesn't finish it there, but he's going to be headed to the line for 2. He's yet to score in this second half, but it's looking like that's going to change here. He was on fire from the line, from behind the arc earlier in this game. He could be the key to taking back control of this game if you're Pondo, as he hits that first free throw. We see some new men on the court. Number 24, Zach Leach, the senior, as well as Chase Ferguson. He's going to be taking the ball up the floor as he lands both of those, giving Pondo a 2-point lead there. Lots of ball movement by the Zebras, but not much coming out of it, as that is just fumbled and stolen by Cheney, who gets a transition layup. And Pondo, as soon as the Zebras think it's getting close, Pondo just pulling it out of their grasp, as that's swatted by Bliss inside. Najomo gets the and one there right over Bliss. Big recovery there after getting his ball swatted away. But that right there is a chance for the 3-point play, as Najomo cuts it to 1. Big shot there. Pondo, everything works around Aaron Bliss in the paint, as Ferguson gets the steal right there, and he's going to draw the foul. That's big there, as the Zebras are 1 away from moving into the bonus, while Pondo 3 away. Tudor leaves the floor as he was not too happy after turning that over and then drawing the foul and then getting the foul called there. Gilchrist from 3 does not get that one there. He's been pretty solid from behind the arc so far, as Van Bore draws the foul on Overbay there. Van Bore on the drive, and he doesn't get the finish, and that's going to be a charge call drawn by Zach Leach. Big play there. Gonna give the Zebras the ball and a lot of momentum as well. Ponda moving back into that full court press we saw earlier. With Bliss hanging back. The Zebras beat it pretty successfully earlier. Let's see if they can do the same here, as it looks like they do. The Jomo trapped under. The Zebras really have had no trouble beating the full court press. It's just been getting things going in the man-up defense that Pondo's had tonight. Pondo seems a bit weared down from the tough defense they've been applying, as Alarcon's wide open three doesn't fall. And as the ball's patted around there, nothing. As overbase steal, Ash wants them to pick it up here. Apply the pressure on this Pondo defense that seems to be a bit worn down. Ferguson has not had too much going tonight. Let's see if he can get things heated up here. Pondo fired up, trying to keep control of this game. As Najomo's shot for the lead doesn't fall. Pondo slowing things down here. Cheney guarded by Ferguson. As that's going to be a foul there on Zach Leach, off-ball foul. And that's the 5th team foul for the Zebras. One away from the bonus. As the Zebras, who are in the bonus, which means any foul, whether shooting or not, is going to send them to the line. With the lead only at 1 right now for Pondo, the Zebras have not been able to take a lead since the first, and with 3:51 till close, it's going to take some stellar three-point shooting and not allowing second chance opportunities for Pondo if the Zebras want to pull out a W in this game. This one is definitely going down to the wire. The Zebras have given us our fair share of close and exciting games, and this looks to be one of them as well, as we got 3:51 left to go in the game. As Bliss is fouled there. Headed to the line to shoot 2. Bliss lands the first one. A big man who can hit free throws is big, because we know how easily it can be to just start hacking a guy like that. As that lead is stretched to 3. Pondo just keeps pulling it away, as that steal by Cheney, but he's going to slow things down instead of trying to go for a transition bucket. And that floater's not going to fall, but there's going to be a blocking call there on the Zebras, and Cheney's going to be shooting 2. Cheney hasn't been too electric on the offensive side of the ball, shooting and scoring, but he has been dishing it around, finding the open guys, and his presence on defense has been fantastic, shutting down the Zebras for most of the night, but he seems to be a bit worn down from the full court defense he's been applying to Overbay whenever they're both on the floor.
Yeah, and the way they do it too is that I think top 16 teams in the playoffs enrollment.
As the refs just cleaning things down over there. As that first shot is short big time. Cheney trying to stretch it to a 2-possession game here. Zebras have definitely kept things close but have not been able to break the barrier into taking a lead. As that's going to be a 4-point lead for Pondo. A low-scoring affair so far tonight. Lots of tough defense. Gilchrist, who's been the star for the Zebras so far, dribbling around and draws the foul there on Peters, who is not too pleased. Gilchrist gonna be shooting a 1-and-1. That's the power of the bonus for you right there. As he knocks that first one down. And that second shot from the line is good as well. Clutch shots by the freshman there, cutting the lead to 2. And the floater by Cheney is no good. And the loose ball is picked up by Fear there. Great hustle play there. It looked like Bliss might have pulled that down. But that extra effort by Fear is the difference in the possession. With 2:52 to go. And the Zebras only down 2. With the ball in their hands.
So he's in my class. He played AAU with me. He was on another AAU team. The weekend before the tryouts, he wanted to play bad. And we only had to get 6-week season, and Dr. told us about 4 weeks. He was like, Coach, doesn't make any sense. And I was like, no, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, so he's going to come play.
Ferguson taking the ball up. Trying to get things going for the Zebras. Gilchrist with the ball in his hands. No one else you want right now if you're Coach Ash. Ferguson's runner is swatted out of bounds there. But it's kept in by Dylan Fear, whose hustle's been fantastic tonight. And that's going to be a charge. Big turn of momentum. That foul on Najomo, but that is drawn by Tudor, who's been electric for Pondo. .223 to go. And Zebras just have not been able to cut it. 2-0. Hoping to take the lead with 2:23 to go, but it's been the same story all night. This Pondo defense has been great. The Zebras have been matching them as Overbay's at the scorer's table. Pondo slowing things down as expected. Bit of a mismatch with Fear guarding the big man Bliss. And that shot is not going to be finished, but he pulls his rebound. And that's a fresh 35-second clock there for Pondo. Those second chance opportunities, if you're the Zebras, you can't have those. As that foul there by Gilchrist is going to send Cheney to the line, shooting 2. As Overbay is back on the floor. Cheney barely lands that first shot there. Stretching the lead to 3. Stretching the lead to 3 with 1:43 to go. And that's going to be a 4-point lead there. Cheney just following Overbay everywhere on the floor. Alarcon taking the ball up for the Zebras. As this game winds down, the Zebras going to have to get things going if they want to pull this out. And Overbay, fadeaway 3, doesn't get that there, but Fear pulls down the rebound, but that is swatted by Bliss, who is just huge inside the paint. And a timeout is going to be called there by the Pondo coach. That second chance opportunity, those have been hard to come by tonight, and to not be able to get a bucket following one of those is costly. And with 1:18 to go and the Lincoln Zebras down 4, we definitely have to wait and see what they're going to put together to try and take their first lead since the early first. If you're Pondo, you gotta just be thinking about getting the ball to your guys, Bliss and Van Bore, who've been leading the scoring categories tonight and just been filling up the stat sheet. On the floor for the Zebras, you see Willis back on the court, pulling Overbay there. You got to wonder what that's about. We've not seen that much of Overbay tonight. Coach Ash wants no buckets for Pondo here. Bliss doing work inside as he draws the foul on that pass, which was sent inside. As Bliss is headed to the line, he's 2 for 2 so far. As he just bricks that first one there. Overbay back on the floor. Looking to take control of this game with only a minute and change to go. As Bliss sinks the second, stretching this lead to 5. It's been the same story all night for the Zebras. They've not been able to come through and take the lead when it matters most. Pondo just pulls away as the Zebras just inch closer and closer. Najomo at the top of the key. He's been solid tonight for the at the top of the arc for the Zebras. He's been solid. And Fear's mid-ranger falls there. And with 40 seconds to go and 10 seconds in between the shot clock and game clock, the Zebras are going to get another possession, down 3. Pondo slowing things down a bit You can't afford a bucket here, as Bliss is fouled by Overbay there. That's his 4th of the night. Both teams in the bonus, which means any foul, they're going to be shooting 2. As Bliss misses the first one there. This is a big one here to stretch it to 4, which would put this game in a 2-possession game. As he misses that as well. Alarcon throws that one away there. Bliss headed to the line for some redemption. A risky full court pass there does not pay off. As Bliss misses again. He has just been struggling from the line tonight. This is a big one here to try and stretch it to 4 yet again. And he doesn't get that one either. 15 to go. Zebras guaranteed the last shot if they want it. Overbay. The 3 lands it there to tie the game for the Zebras. Only the 2nd time the Zebras have tied it up since the 1st. That is huge. And what else do you expect from Jake Overbay, who has been the man with the plan, who's been hitting big shots for the Zebras all season long? And he does it again right there. But with 4 seconds left on the clock, Pondo is guaranteed to get one more shot. And if you're the Pondo coach, the question is, who do you want to have the ball right here with the game on the line? We saw Van Bore was fantastic from behind the arc earlier in the first half, but he has not gotten anything going so far in the second. And it's going to be tough to get the ball inside to Bliss. So it'll definitely be interesting to see what they draw up here. Cheney taking the ball out. Hasn't been much of a scorer tonight. Does not surprise anyone to see him doing the inbound. As Bliss gets the ball there. And they're not even going to put up a last-second shot. Solid defense there as this one is headed into OT. 53-53. Both teams here, as this overtime is going to be big for Jake Overbay, hopefully with 4 minutes in this overtime. The Zebras have struggled a bit tonight on the offensive side of the ball, but either way, they've done just enough to send this game into extra minutes. If you're Pondo, you got to be a bit worried. The momentum has been shifting a bit, and the Zebras have finally pulled this game into reach. And right now, this truly does feel like anybody's game. And the Zebras are going to have to get things going from outside the paint, which they've had a bit of a hard time doing with the presence of Aaron Bliss inside. He's got 6 blocks on the night. Not to mention so many players just turned away from putting up the drive. As that tip's going to go to Pondo. Cheney. Trapped a bit there by Gilchrist. As that's turned over, and Jake has the opportunity to give the Zebras the first lead, and that little step back jumper is not gonna fall. And Cheney's transition layup is just smooth there. Gonna give Pondo back the lead. And it looks like number 20, Dylan Fear, is just down there. That is ugly. You do not want to see that. Looking like it's just a cramp, which is relieving. But still, you don't want to see that with how important he's been tonight. Hustling for the Zebras. He's created multiple second chance opportunities. And he's been the man guarding Aaron Bliss down there in the paint. And he's done a good job so far holding him to low numbers on that scoring sheet. As Noonan's going to match up on Bliss again. We saw him struggle a bit earlier with the big man. But he definitely has the size and strength to handle him in the paint. And that's what the Zebras are going to need if they want to take care of business down the stretch here and hopefully pull out the W. As Overbay finds Alarcon on the inbound. Tight defense there by Van Borre. Gilchrist, 3 is no good there. He had as much space as you can ask for, but does not get that to fall. Gilchrist has been pretty solid tonight. Not something you expect to see from him. Cheney dribbling around, just looking for the open guy. As Van Borre finds the open 3, but Bliss pulls down that missed attempt. Those second chance opportunities have just been huge in this game. As Bliss gets his little dribble hitting out of bounds there, but the ball is going to be right back in Pondo's hands. And that 3 by Van Borre is no good. He's been struggling from behind the arc in the second half, and we see that just there as Alarcon draws the foul on Cheney, who's been playing tough defense all night. Surprisingly, that is only his 3rd for how good a defense he has been playing. He's just been locking up Overbay when he has the chance. He's been all over the floor. And we've rarely seen him leave the court tonight. As Alarcon misses that free throw attempt. Cheney finds the safety valve of Bliss on the inside, and Tudor finishes that layup there. That's just almost too easy with 2 guys collapsing on Bliss in the paint, and the open man is just found so easily there. As Overbay's in the corner, doesn't get that to go there, but Willis pulls down the rebound, and Benny Njomo with a fantastic put-back shot right there, and he's going to draw the foul, heading to the line to hopefully bring this within 1. Njomo has definitely made this night tough for Aaron Bliss. But that big play wouldn't have been able to happen without JT Willis's big rebound inside the paint there, giving the Zebras a second chance opportunity. As Njomo, who has yet to miss from the line tonight. Does not get that there. Almost seems like that rebound could have been pulled down by the Zebras, but just does not happen. As the Zebras down 2, a minute 28 to go and counting. Bliss outside the arc. We haven't seen too much of that from him, but he almost gets the layup there. But the rebound is pulled down by Najomo. Gilchrist with a deep 3, doesn't get that to fall, and Van Borre in transition doesn't get the layup, but there is a foul on Gilchrist there. Van Borre, we have not seen too much of him in the second half, but we know how good he was in that first. Let's see if he can tack on some points to that stat sheet right here. As he knocks down the first free throw. Big shot right there. As Willis checks in for Fear. Both guys have been great hustle players for the Zebras tonight. And Van Borre fails to stretch it to a 2-possession lead, but Bliss with that huge rebound right there. That is huge right there for Pondo. Pondo they've had a rough night from the line. Missing a lot of big free throws that could have ended this game a lot sooner. Bliss, who just had an ugly performance from the line down the stretch, and we saw Van Borre miss that one there, which would have stretched the lead to a 2-possession game, and he was not very happy about that. These free throws have just been playing a huge role in this game. And with 1:01 to go and the Zebras down 3, let's see if they can finally close the gap in this game and pull it out. Or if we'll see Pondo just shut things down and finally pull out the win, which it's almost seemed like was just destined from the beginning. They have not given up. They've only given up this lead once since the first. But even then, they've been in control. As that is picked up by Overbay, and he draws the foul as well. So he's headed to the line to shoot 2. Big hustle play there by Overbay. We see him doing it from behind the arc. We know what he can do on the offensive side of the ball. But that hustle and defensive play by Overbay is huge. As the gym gets real quiet there for these huge free throws. Overbay shooting 2 now. As he sinks the first one. And he gets that second one as well. Overbay just has been clutch all night. We know he hit that big 3 to send it into OT, but those free throws are as big as they come. You want no 3s here if you're Coach Ash. That would make it a 2-possession game. As Cheney's floater is no good. And with only a second separating the game clock and the shot clock, it'll be interesting to see if the Zebras try and hold to the last shot. As Gilchrist 3 to take the lead is no good. Almost rattled in. And that's out of bounds to Pondo. Willis almost pulled down the offensive rebound there. But he must have just barely knocked it out of bounds. Down 1, Coach Ash deciding to break into a full court press here. Gilchrist fouls Van Borre, sending him to the line. We know he's great from behind the arc, but he missed that second free throw there, which would have been big. And that's going to be Gilchrist's 5th foul of the night, so he's going to be done. He was huge for the Zebras tonight. He hit some big shots and provided scoring when it was just hard to come by for the Zebras. As Van Bore knocks down that big free throw. Let's see if he can get the second one going here. As we see Ferguson back on the floor. Haven't seen too much of him as of late. As Van Bore knocks down that big second free throw there. With 17 and ticking, the Zebras can get the last shot if they want. And Alarcon gets his shot from 3, but that's not going to fall. And Willis's putback is no good. And that's going to go Pondo way with 3.6 to go. The Zebras had a chance to tie it up there, but they weren't able to come through. You got to hope for a steal here. As Ferguson fouls Cheney, sending him to the line. The Zebras down 3 with 3 seconds to go. Things are looking just about out of reach. As Cheney is headed to the line to shoot 2, all he needs to do is knock down 1 to practically close this thing out. We've seen Pondo struggle from the line tonight. But if there's any time when you can't afford to do that, it's right now. As Kason Cheney, who's been big for Pondo, mainly on the defensive side. The senior looks to put things out of reach. Let's see if he can do it here. As he misses the first one. Still a glimmer of hope here. Zebras still have a timeout. As he knocks down the second one. Huge free throw there. As Najomo's 3 is no good, and the clock is going to tick down. As the Lincoln Zebras were not able to pull this one out.